If you follow the channel, you know I'm a big fan of Sigma, and I've been using their lenses for about 5 years, mostly primes. I did try the 24-70 for a while, but I was never a massive fan of that. And when they made one for the Leica cameras, I switched to the 24-90 because the 24-70, even though it's supposedly a Leica lens, was clearly just the Sigma rebranded. This, however, I'm going to be using for my pieces to camera, because at the moment I'm shooting this on the Osmo Pocket 3, and I felt like I couldn't get wide enough with the S5 2X. So I wanted a lens that was deeper than the 24-90 or wider than the 24-90. So I got myself one of these. So let's open this up, because this will be the last video you have to put up with that angle there. And if I'm being quieter than normal, it's because I'm trying not to hound the family who's home today right now. All right, let's have a look at this. What have we got? Sigma strap and... let's have a look. Sigma strap and some sort of sticker or something. Oh, what is that? Sigma what? What would you do with this? If anyone's got any ideas what this is for, please let me know in the comments. I have no idea. I mean, that is the name of the channel, so it is expected for me to have zero idea. All right, let's open this one up and see what you get in here. I will look after that box, because I always look after lens boxes just in case I ever need to sell them. That is the lens itself. Now, this is not understandable that that's not screwed on in the box. I bought this from London Camera Exchange, and I gotta say, I liked the 20mm I used to have, but the 20mm I used to have had a bulbous lens on the front. It had a rounded front element, which meant it was impossible for you to put an ND filter on the front. So if I was filming touch tennis events outdoors, couldn't do it unless you put a lens bracket all the way around the front of it, one of those cage systems. It's just too much hassle. You put those in your bag and they crack. You just want a simple filter thread like this. And this is a, well, let's have a look. What is it? 67mm, I'm going to say, maybe 82 at a maximum. It should say it here somewhere. Yeah, it's an 82, which is reasonable. I've got lots of lens threads like that. And yeah, oh, I mean, that is so smooth, the focusing ring. And then you've got an aperture ring on here as well, which is locked by default, I'm going to say, because it won't let me move it. Pretty smooth. Goes all the way down to 1.4 and up to 16. And I suppose if you put your camera sensor onto crop mode, you can push that up to what, 20, 21? I don't know what, maths have never been my strong point. If you really want to get some crazy sun stars or something like that. So that's lockable, and quite a nice sound, and a very, very robust feel to it. And the aperture ring, I believe, is declickable, so that you can do it filming without having that sound. Let's do that. That's clicking, so let's go off. And now the aperture ring is smooth, there's no noise whatsoever. Big fan of this lens in the old form, even though it was gigantic for, I wouldn't say street photography. I used to use it mostly just for this sort of thing. I used to do the touch tennis live show from my house throughout lockdown. So I had this pointed at me from a very close focusing distance, about arm's length away, like that. And the shot was perfect, and it was an F1.8, I believe. So the background was completely blurred out. In this case, I'm going to be using it the same as before, but I'll be shooting an open gate. So I can even have the camera a little bit closer and still get a fair amount of the background, because I'll be filming that and that. Open gate, for those of you who don't know it, and I'm no expert here, don't claim to be, is using all of the sensor. Sensors on most cameras that are full frame are 3x2, and open gate gives you all of that, because most cameras film in 16:9, which is a thinner sliver across there, like that. But filming in 3x2 gives you all of it, so you can take this section or that section in 16:9, or you can go 1x1, which is like a square, like that, All of those things are available to you. I love the feel of this thing, and it is so much lighter than the old 20mm I used to have. The old 20mm was like ridiculously heavy in comparison to this. You couldn't really carry this around with you. What it also means is because it's L mount, I can use this both on the Panasonic S5 IIX and I can use it on my Leica that's over the shoulder there, that's currently filming this view in my hands. It's got that little A for art on there, so you know it's an art lens by Sigma. Is there a cheaper option? Probably yes, you can buy the F1.8, but I wanted the fastest possible lens because for the difference of 100 quid, I can guarantee you when I come around to selling this one day, if I ever do, I'll probably get that much more for it than if I'm selling the 1.8, slightly cheaper version. I don't know why people are just snobs about that sort of thing. Honestly, are you really going to tell the difference between 1.4 and 1.8 in an environment like this? Probably not. And nowadays you can blur the background in, well, you can certainly do it in Lightroom, probably be able to do it in Adobe as well in Premiere Pro. But for now, I think this might slightly be overkill. But as I said, for the extra 70, 80 quid it cost, maximum 100 quid more than the other lens, I think it was worth it. And I might even take this out for some photography, because the beautiful thing is you can put an ND filter on the front of that and it is so much easier to carry around. It's so much lighter. And it will fit perfectly on the front of either the S5 IIX in terms of balance or the Leica SL3. So yeah, excited to give this a test run. Post some pictures on my Instagram account. If you don't follow me there, it's Rashid Ahmed 69, same as the user handle here, but you don't have to, let's be honest. It's not as if the content's going to be any better than it is here. But in fairness, if I'm annoying enough to you here on YouTube, I'm not going to be any less annoying over on my Instagram page. So maybe just stay over here where you can comment more freely, because Instagram really will drag you through the bushes if you start abusing people, whereas YouTube seemed to be a lot more free with their allowing abuse of creators for some reason, which I don't like, because I've got thick enough skin to take it. There are lots of kids who post stuff on YouTube that aren't, and I find it tiresome when I go on some kid's YouTube channel. Like MKBHD was a kid when he started, and people writing abuse on there, you just think, you've got nothing better to do with your life. Like, no one made you watch the video. Why watch it and post abuse? Why not just scroll on or shut up? Anyway, all the gear, no idea. Hope you enjoyed this. It's the 20mm f1.4 Sigma DGDN art lens. DGDN stands for full frame or something like that. I mean, of course, Sigma, that makes sense to everybody. And yeah, I'm looking forward to testing this out. Thanks for watching.